we have for episode 323. And this is what you can look forward to.
Yay.
That's your line.
This is what... Oh, that is my line.
That is your line.
I was like, I didn't say that earlier today. Oh, but that was a different show.
Different show.
Different show!
Different podcast. This is the second episode we're recording.
Today.
In one day.
Yeah, this week we're going to have 2 shows go out from both of us. So that's fun.
Maybe.
What does that mean?
That means that we don't know if the Classic Marvel will come out this week.
Oh. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought it was going out this week too.
We'll see. That's why we're doing an extra episode here.
Oh, fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't really thought about it. Hey, Kelly.
I had thought this through, but apparently... Okay, never mind. Oh, we got a like. Hi, Kelly.
Kevin.
And Courtney. Excellent.
Oh, the whole Skywalker network is here.
That's right. Woohoo! Well, I think...
you got in mid argument. Sarah and I were arguing about show releases, so that's going to be the basis of today's show. The things we argue about. that's a segment right there. Things we argue about.
Oh, that's bad.
It'll be a very short episode because we don't argue about much. Yeah.
Oh, there's my dad.
Hey.
Hi, Dad.
Pita.
Yay. Pita?
Pita.
Why are you calling him Pita with an English accent?
Because I was just listening to some Monkeys clips, and Davy Jones calls Peter Tork Pita. Hello, Pita.
Ooh,
Talking Apes fans. Hey.
Liam.
Ooh, Liam. Hey there, Liam.
That's exciting.
I'm glad you joined us.
Yeah. So I guess, well, you could ask Talking Apes questions, but I don't know.
Yeah,
so
how
far that'll get you.
Basically, we're going to be talking about the questions that all the Skywalkers, have asked us on our Facebook posts. And if you have any questions here in the Sky Chat, by all means.
We might get to them, yeah.
Yeah, if you have any Talking Apes questions, we are here.
Yeah.
We are here.
Well, you're here for those.
No, that's all you. That's all you. So if you have any Planet of the Apes questions, all goes to Sarah. I'll answer the sports questions. She'll answer the Planet of the Apes questions.
And then you'll have an awesome show. Excuse me. Oh, that was just allergies.
I'll put that back in the box. I don't want to waste tissues.
You gonna take this with you?
I didn't think you said you didn't need. See, this is stuff that we argue about. Put that tissue back in the box. If you didn't think that you needed it.
Oh my God! People are asking us about brackets. All right, let's start it off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, you know what? If you want to talk brackets and hardware, you once again come to the right show.
Brackets,
we're going to be talking about hardware in Lowe's, Home Depot. We're being sponsored by Ace Hardware. So whatever you got, you just throw it out, and we'll answer all of your carpentry and construction needs.
You know, I think I better start the record button so that we start talking about things that we know about.
Liam is asking about any Planet of the Apes trading cards. You mean like these right over here? An official pack of Planet of the Apes 1974 cards.
Now, do you know what's in them?
No,
or have you never opened it?
It's hermetically sealed.
Oh my gosh.
I saved this package from when I was a kid, and it's right here.
Why didn't you open it?
Because I wanted it sealed. I already have the complete set right over there.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, how do you?
No. No. This is like one of like 1,000 packs that I had gotten when I was a kid.
Wow.
This is like 15 cents too.
Okay. Wow. Well, they're impressed. Dad. Yeah, hardware.
Look at this. This is how much I don't open things. Here's some packs of Empire Strikes Back cards, Series 3, 1981, and my Planet of the Apes cards.
And there's nothing on the bag. It's not opened.
Yeah, this one here I put in a little bag, a little Mylar bag.
Weird.
Yes.
It's all dusty, but I'm sure on the inside it's pristine.
I've always loved the color yellow on these wax packs.
Huh.
I don't know why. It just says hi.
I never had those.
Why? You never collected. See, this is something that we'll talk about. You never collected trading cards?
Nope.
Stop.
All right.
Oh, stop.
I think let's get into this. This is fun. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
I'm liking this already.
Like all these packs of Empire Strikes Back cards.
That's right. They were sitting in my
office. In your office.
And when I was cleaning out, I'm like, here, take these.
Yeah. Oh, these Empire Strikes Back cards. Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm pressing record. All right. So, everyone, this is what you can look forward to on episode 323 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers! So we're going to do something new on this episode. Something we haven't done since episode 1. And that's where we talk about ourselves while we answer your questions. But until then, we want to welcome everyone to Skywalking Through Neverland.
Do you want to do one where we answer your questions, not say talk about ourselves?
Okay.
That's where we will answer all your questions.
Okay, you go ahead.
What, this part or?
No, because that wouldn't make any sense then.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's take that from the top. Just
Okay.
have one clean take.
All right.
Hey, Skywalkers! So we're going to do something new on this episode, but something we haven't done since episode 1. And that's where we talk about ourselves while we answer your questions. But until then, we want to welcome everyone to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Wolofsky, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife Sarah, who is my vaccine buddy.
Oh boy. Well, I tried to be. But
well, you wear a vaccine. You got your vaccine.
Well, I know. Yeah.
I got my vaccine.
But they wouldn't let me in when you because I was gonna come with you.
I wanted you for moral support.
I was gonna be your buddy.
Yeah, I don't like shots. I tend to scream.
Yeah.
I tend to cry.
So I wasn't there for that.
I
and I'm
kick
very
furniture.
upset.
And they wouldn't let anyone else in.
Any extraneous people.
Yeah.
I was an extraneous person. All right.
But you know what? It was okay. Before I even knew what was happening, they'd already given me a shot and told me to go away.
Nice.
Yeah, they said, here, go sit down in that chair over there. Don't talk to us for another 15 minutes.
They didn't want to hear from you.
No, not at all.
Okay.
That sounds just almost like you. What?
What?
I said, let's continue the show.
All right. Well, we are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. So it's time, Skywalkers. Imagine a big Wookiee hug from us and a sprinkle of pixie dust because you are our family of Skywalkers. And if you're just listening to us for the first time or watching us live here in the Sky Chat on YouTube or on Twitch, then you are now a Skywalker. So join us and the rest of our Skywalker family on a fun and positive adventure through fandom.
Now we are recording this from Long Beach, California on March the 23rd, 2021.
We are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond level Disney vacation planner travel agency and can help you book your trip to Disney parks around the world. And best of all, their service is free. So head to smallworldvacations.com and head to smallworldvacations.com for a no obligation price quote and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Speaking of a Disney park, we're going to a Disney park this Thursday.
That's right. Yay! We're going to a touch of Disney. I keep on wanting to say a taste of Disney because that's really what it is.
That's the Universal thing, isn't it?
Yes. Universal is a taste of Universal.
That's so ridiculous.
I know.
But we're going to go to a touch of Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And we were told to stay to the very end because there's a special announcement.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no.
Or maybe they're going to be revealing the opening date at Disneyland. I don't know.
Didn't they already say April 30th, or they said maybe?
As far as I've seen, and I've been reading up on all these threads and posts and articles, I haven't seen anything that says we are opening on April 30th.
Okay.
Oh, their Turkels are going on Saturday.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah, we won't spoil it. We won't tell everyone on Facebook, this is what you're going to hear at the end of the night. Unless you want to hear. Then let us know. Private message us.
Exactly.
We'll let you know. All right. Now, we've done interviews on Skywalking Through Neverland. We've done deep discussions. But we have never done an AMA episode. And that's where we ask you Skywalkers to ask us questions.
That's right. So AMA is Ask Me Anything. So really it should be AUA for us. Ask us anything, right? And you did. So let's just jump right in. This is just going to be a fun discussion podcast. And this will be kind of like an extended things we want to share segment all through the whole episode. Isn't this fun?
Very much so. So do we need the music? Or should I just sing it? Things we want to share. Things we want to share.
We did it!
That's our new Things We Want to Share jingle.
Okay.
Sorry, Rob Dellinger.
All right, so like we said, we posted an AMA picture. Hey, post your questions here in our Facebook group, and a bunch of you posted questions. So we're gonna get through a healthy number of these, I think, and we may save some for another possible AMA episode in the future. All right. So if you don't hear your question, don't be alarmed. We may get to it later.
All right, now Kelly is saying that Disneyland officially is opening April 30th.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the very first question, and that is from Alan Sanborn. All right, and he writes, it's probably been told in the last 322 episodes, but how did you two first meet, and did you both share a common interest in Star Wars and all things Disney before you met?
Aw, and we did get another question like this too, like how did you guys meet? And I know we've discussed it, but it's been a while, so you know what?
On episode 1?
On episode 1, and I think we did like a Valentine's episode, right?
Yeah, right? We've given little bits of the story here and there.
Yeah, but so let's dive in. What do you think?
But let's take you back to October 21st, 2005.
So I'll establish myself at that point.
Okay.
So I had gotten into swing dancing very heavily since like 2002 in college, and I took lessons, and then I went swing dancing once or twice a week out in various places in LA, and then eventually my favorite place was Wednesday nights at Rusty's Rhythm Club. And eventually I got really good, and she asked me to be on her swing dance team of about 6 or 8 of us. And so I was on their team, and I would go every Wednesday to the club, and it was really fun, and everyone knew me there. So whenever I saw some fresh faces, I would always have to go up and ask that person to dance, because otherwise my dance card was full. So
your dance card was always full.
Yes. So this happened to be the Halloween swing dance night. So everyone was dressed up. Okay, so I've established myself. So Richard.
So this is the time period where Dave Scale, Rebel Spy and Ghost Host, he hadn't taken any swing dance classes, and I had taken a lot, and he really wanted to learn how to swing dance. So I said, all right, you know what? Let's take some swing dance classes. I'll take the beginner classes with you, and we'll go and take some courses. And I said, hey, let's go out to this swing dance club that I heard about called Rusty's Rhythm
Club.
That's the one. And so this Halloween, I said, Dave, put on your Hercules outfit. I'll put on my Anakin outfit, and let's go hit the clubs. Probably the first time I've ever said, let's go hit the clubs. So we had entered this club, and everyone was wearing costumes. And I do recall that it was October 21st, because that was Carrie Fisher's birthday.
Okay.
And it was 2005, because I was wearing my Anakin Skywalker Revenge of the Sith outfit.
Right.
So I walk in, and I see this pretty young thing in her early 20s.
Yeah.
Walking over to me. She's wearing her pirate wench outfit.
Yes, which I had rented for the first. This was before
Rented?
I cosplayed. Yeah, no, me and my friend Debbie, who's also a swing dancer, we went like the week before to this like costume rental place. This was the first time and only time I've ever done this, and I picked out something very kind of low cut, like the, what do you call that? The
Beer wench?
Beer wench, that kind of an outfit. Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to say that one.
Yes. Anyway, so I felt very cute. And so, like I said, I had to ask someone to dance if I wanted to. And I saw this guy across the room, and the first memory of you is with your head thrown back laughing. Yes, like that. Just very, very joyful. Anyway, and so I thought I saw someone, younger looking, because a lot of swing dancers are kind of older, older people. And so I was like, oh, I have to come up and ask him to dance. So I came up and I said, can I dance with the Jedi? Because he was in his Anakin outfit.
And I said, someday I'm going to marry this beer wench.
Aww.
And then I do remember that it was October 21st, because at the very end of the night they had these birthday dances where if you're born in October, everyone get in the middle and dance and go pick a partner.
Right.
And I said, hey, this is a good time, an opportunity to go find that beer wench.
Mm-hmm.
Because your dance card was full and I was never going to be able to get in there after that first dance. And you said, is your birthday really October? And I said, yeah, October 21st, which is Carrie Fisher's birthday. So I used her birthday as an excuse to dance with you.
Yes. I don't know about that. And then
you doubted me. You doubted me the whole night. You didn't believe me.
Which was good. I did. Bit. Yeah.
What do you mean it's good that you did?
Well, no, I mean like I could see I could see when you're kidding or not, because some people can't.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Well, as it turns out, she didn't believe me, so she didn't dance with me.
Not that night.
No.
But luckily, you came back in January.
Yes.
And so we met again,
mm-hmm.
and we actually had a conversation outside, and we set a date, a first date. So,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took place on January 23rd,
mm-hmm.
2006.
Yeah.
And then we went karaokeing that night.
It was fun.
I sang the Monkeys. And I won her over and the lady at the next booth.
Nice. Well, and Alan also asked, did we share a common interest in Star Wars and in all things Disney before we met? So the answer to that would be yes. Because, especially Star Wars,
mm-hmm.
because obviously I'd recognize his Anakin outfit, and
you were quoting the whole Han and Leia love scene.
Yes.
You were quoting other parts of The Empire Strikes Back, and I thought, this is more than a casual fan. This girl knows her stuff.
Indeed, and our first date, we started talking John Williams, and it was all over from there.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I had a big long list. I'm sure I have this list somewhere. Big long list of conversational topics. I'd been on other dates at that point, at that same time period, and they didn't go well because the conversation just didn't flow.
Right.
But when we started talking about John Williams, I don't need my list.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Aww. And I remember you had mentioned that you had a Han Solo outfit, which I made you wear on your third date. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we had Star Wars and we had Disney, and at this point, I believe I still had my annual pass.
I think, yes, you did.
So you knew that I was more than just a casual Disneyland goer.
And I obviously had an annual pass already.
Yeah, so we just click. It
was very good. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's move on to Rex Gordon. And he's got a couple of questions here. Mm-hmm. First question, do you think Galaxy's Edge should have been based on the more recognizable Mos Eisley?
Oh, wow.
That's a loaded question.
That is, because I have, feelings on that.
Yeah. Now, we had a friend on the inside who gave us a lot of inside information on what was to become Star Wars Land, and there were a lot of Mos Eisley references. It was just going to be like a mishmash of different things.
And this was back before...
this is like 2013, 2014. Yeah. And he told us about the Mos Eisley Cantina that was going to be put up, and they didn't really, and they wanted to circle people in and out of there. They didn't want anyone hanging around, and they wanted, I like the way they had organized Oga's Cantina.
Right.
Where you're in, you're out. But they didn't really know what kind of, how do we get people out of here? And I recommended, hey, in the Star Wars Holiday Special, there's a curfew on Tatooine. So everyone's got to get out. So what if there were a big hologram message from the Empire that there's a curfew and everyone in the cantina, you got to get back home. And he loved that idea, and he went to go share it. And as far as I know, they were going to use that idea for that cantina bar in Star Wars Land. So I was really hoping they were going to do that. And to answer your question more precisely, what would we have preferred? Something more recognizable or Galaxy's Edge? I'm split. I like the fact that we can go in fresh for Galaxy's Edge and see the little Easter eggs all around, the Dianogas and the creature stalls with all these fun creatures for sale.
Right.
But then again, there's something to be said for going into the Mos Eisley Cantina bar and sidling up to the cantina and being harassed by Walrus Man.
So I'm going to answer this question using an example. So I followed the Disney Parks blog pretty religiously back in like 2009, 2010. And that is when the Beauty and the Beast restaurant, the Be Our Guest restaurant, was being built in the new Fantasyland. And I was watching, like, they'd post articles every so often giving you updates. They showed, like, concept art and concept design. When they showed the video, just the video, I wasn't there. They showed the video of you, kind of point of view, walking in and looking up at the gorgeous ceiling with all the cherubs on it and the
stained glass
windows in the back and that beautiful candelabra thing. I was crying just watching the video because it was like you could see the reality of what you had seen as a child, like so young, come to life in front of you.
Yeah, you're stepping into the story.
Exactly. You're stepping into the story. And so I think using that, and the same thing happened when we actually went to the Be Our Guest restaurant. You know, it's like sensory overload, but you're in the story. It's amazing. So I feel that, like, if this was Mos Eisley, you're walking the streets of Mos Eisley, yes, it kind of stamps it in a time and a place in Star Wars, but they've kind of done that already with the books and stuff surrounding Batuu anyway. But, like, I almost feel that, like, walking the streets of Mos Eisley would have been almost more better than what we have. Even though I do love hanging out in Galaxy's Edge, I like the atmosphere they've created.
But what if they didn't timestamp it and it's Mos Eisley current day?
I think it would still be cool because you're remembering it's coming to life around you.
Yeah, so you're not being cornered into a story that's already written that we've already seen.
Right.
Because this could be at any other time.
Right. And I mean, they've done that in Galaxy's Edge right now with the ship sounds and the creature sounds.
By putting you into the story.
Surrounding you with the story and kind of this architecture that is very reminiscent of things that we know from Star Wars, but it's not the thing that we know. But then also, they were smart because thinking ahead, like, we're kind of more original trilogy fans, but people who were more fans of, like, the prequel trilogy, maybe they would want to wander into Naboo. And what they really should do is, like, each park, like Walt Disney World should have Naboo, should be Tatooine, and like, then you'd, like, as a Star Wars fan, you'd be obligated. Oh well, now I have to go to Tokyo Disneyland. You know,
that's an awesome idea and very reminiscent of what the Phantom Menace marketing campaign did. Whereas with each fast food restaurant, one had toys that were themed toward Naboo. One would have things themed toward Tatooine and then Coruscant. So you had to go to all the restaurants to collect all these toys.
Oh, wow.
That, you're onto something there.
That's what they're kind of doing with Marvel Campus, too, in various places. Because the Marvel Campus here has like this, there's like a box at the base of not the Tower of Terror. What is that called?
Mission
Breakout. And apparently over in Hong Kong Disneyland, where they have the Iron Man ride, there's a similar box, and it's like they're all connected.
Ooh.
But that park has the Iron Man ride. Another park's gonna get, I think, we get a Spider-Man ride. But yeah, so I think that they're gonna do something like that with Avengers, and Avengers Campus is meant to be like your superhero training grounds. Like, they're recruiting at different campuses all over the world.
That's awesome.
Right?
And I know financially, business wise, it's better to go. Let's design one park
Oh, yes.
and just and replicate it everywhere else.
Yeah.
However, yeah, that would have been awesome to be able to visit different planets.
Yeah.
Or
Totally.
different trilogies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
but
phases.
How much fighting do you think there would be where people go in Anaheim saying, "No, we want the prequel trilogy. No, we want the," and it's being all up in arms about it? Or do you think they just said, you know what, let's just make things easy so no one's arguing and just do the same thing?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was a good question, Rex.
All right. Well, Rex also asks, and for classic Marvel Star Wars comics, although it's silly at times, its influence is still felt today. But which is your favorite classic Marvel Star Wars comic character? Oh. There's a lot. I'm gonna go with the Hoojibs.
Oh, Hoojibs.
Yeah, we haven't belted out our Save the Hoojibs, Make Hoojibs Canon campaign for a while.
No.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yes. So I'm gonna say the Hoojibs because they're like bunnies and we love bunnies.
Okay. I'm thinking about it, and really, what comes to mind is it Valance who you cosplayed as?
That was Crimson Jack.
Crimson Jack.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Crimson Jack because of his outfit. Because Richard, you did such a great cosplay of it. Like I love it. I thought that was so amazing. His outfit just blew me away. It's so funny. It's so funny.
It was a unitard.
It was a unitard.
A legless unitard.
Yes. For a guy with giant
Spandex.
Shoulder pads, and we created it.
Yeah, I rocked that one.
You did. You got the legs for it.
But you know what? Let's also throw some love to Jackson.
Yes.
Jackson is very awesome, and I'm so happy that they're bringing him more into canon. What with his new black figure action figure.
And he's also in Forces of Destiny.
He's also in Forces of Destiny. He was also in an episode of the Clone Wars, but we saw his remains in the Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So he's there. We'd like to also see Simon Greyshade. I love his cape. And even Baron Tagg, love his cape as well. So many characters that I want to cosplay right there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'll say that for now, but I reserve the right to change my answer.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Sounds good. You know what? Let's jump ahead to Pierre Jason Kelly, who has got a question in here, but he also asked a question here in the Sky Chat.
Okay.
He says, how did Pop Culture Trivia Night come about?
Ooh. Well, you can thank the pandemic for that one, Pierre.
Yeah, it was all because of that. We were all in Friday nights. Well, back then it was Thursday night when we started it. And we love trivia. We love games. We started off with the Name That Tune. We had our friend Tom Amin play some musical numbers for us. We all had to guess the theme he was playing. Then we did some watch parties, and we just loved the whole community aspect because at that point we were locked in the house.
Yes.
This
what
was
like July?
June, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't leave the house for days.
And then we also have our friend Chad Pennycuff, who runs My DVC Points. That's another podcast. He offered to, we could use his system. So
yes,
we could
his crowd system.
His crowd per system. So we could share that. And so he kind of taught us how that worked. And we actually ran some of his trivia nights first when he needed us to sub in. And then we're like, oh, well, okay, so let's try our own as well with more of a pop culture aspect because his is very Disney focused, especially Walt Disney World. So, and we know a lot of you don't know as many Walt Disney World trivia. His trivia is really hard.
And he thinks ours is really hard.
Yeah, it's so funny. So yeah, that's how it came about, was kind of a confluence of different things, but mostly the pandemic.
Yeah, we were going to really bounce around, going back to the Name That Tune. Chris Alexander was doing Star Wars origami classes through the Skywalking Network. Then we would have our pop culture trivia, and it was just so much fun doing the pop culture trivia, and everyone really got into it. So we said, let's keep on doing it. And then halfway during the night, people would have to bow out because it was Thursday.
Right.
So we said, and if they're on the East Coast, well, they got to go to work in the morning. So we said, let's change it to Friday night. And it's been really, really fun. People can stay up with us and then join in on our WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier discussions afterwards. So it's a Friday night party.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah. However, the question has been brought up about the Zoom discussions afterwards. Should those be on Saturday just because more people will have a chance to watch the shows?
I don't know.
We'll have to throw that out next Friday.
Because our fangirl discussion on Saturday too. I don't know. I kind of like it Fridays, but I don't know. We'll think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been brought up by some people?
Oh, just every once in a while.
Okay.
I see comments. So yeah, that's how pop culture trivia came up, and I love writing trivia questions, and I love it when people say, you know what, I had no idea what the answer was, but I learned something about Scott Baio.
Nice. All right, so Carrie Gordon asks a question. Do you guys have any fandoms you love that the other one is not a fan of?
You go first.
Okay, we're going to open up a can of worms here. I'm not an ape fan. I'm just not.
Which is okay.
I know. I love that you're into it, and I get it, and I have watched the films with you.
Oh, see, now you
know.
upset Liam in the Sky chat. He said, better not be apes.
I'm sorry, Liam, I'm just not. I've never liked monkeys in general. And
what?
Planet,
what?
No
monkeys? No Planet of the Apes?
I can get into the Monkeys, the band, okay, the TV show. But just monkeys, like the actual creature, animal, I'm not a big fan. And just the apes, like, well, first of all, in pop culture and my age, the ending was spoiled for me by Spaceballs before I even, knew or saw Planet of the Apes and just pop culture in general. So, and I did watch all the films. I watched all the films with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed them. The first one was really good. And the rest is like, okay, I saw him once, I'm good. So I get it, and I'm glad that you're into it, but when he does his apes recording, I'm like, okay, now I can go cook dinner, or whatever I need to do. So I don't feel the need to be involved in apes.
All right, asterisk, you will be involved in the next apes recording.
What?
Because we're going to be going over the scripts, the last script of the unproduced shows.
Okay.
And this one, it has a lot of female parts in it. We're gonna need you and your acting chops. just to let you know that right now. But I can say that you're a casual fan. You've gone to those screenings with me.
Well, I've gone because you've gone.
Okay.
I wouldn't seek it out myself. So
okay.
So yeah.
All right.
What about you?
Makeup.
You're a guy.
I know. Other than that. I know one of your big fandoms is makeup, and I'm not sure about
fandom makeup.
Yeah. And when you talk about it, it's like I'll listen. Okay. I got no idea what you're talking about, but then you put it on. It's like, oh, now I'm a fan of it.
Okay, good. That's all that you really need to be, as long as it looks good on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I would also throw in that pile, High School Musical. The Descendants.
Oh, Descendants! So much fun! No, I know you don't like musicals as much as me. Like, you're not a big musical fan. What about Newsies?
I like Newsies.
Oh.
I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah. But you've called me in to watch a musical number on Descendants, and
yes.
Which has like blown your mind. And okay, that's very nice. Can I go back to my room now?
Okay, got it. All right.
But I love the fact that you're into those. It makes you happy.
Oh yeah.
When you watch them, there's a big smile on your face. You're dancing around the house. So great.
Courtney, Richard. I've only worn lipstick, says Liam. Hey, Richard, you should try lipstick.
You know what? My lips are red enough. I got that Scottish gene, which makes your lips red. Imagine how much fun that was growing up in grammar school. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Every kid. Are you wearing lipstick?
Really?
I don't think a day went by where someone didn't ask me, are you wearing lipstick?
How funny.
And not just in grammar school and junior high and high school. Got to the point where I just said, yes, I am. And I walked away.
Yeah, what could they do with that info?
Yeah, exactly.
This
was like the 80s, so you had bands like Duran Duran wearing makeup and Flock of Seagulls, so it was an in thing. Like, yes, I am. So once you side with someone, it shuts them down.
Well, see, now luckily, the fandoms that we aren't into that the other one is, luckily we have people that we can share those fandoms with. And it kind of makes them special, you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I share my lipstick fandom with, like, the Turk Gals and Bryn and all my girlfriends. You know, we have our lipstick fun makeup, you know, chats and things. So yeah.
And when I go to Planet of the Apes events, I know that you're so not into it, so it's better if I go alone.
Right.
That way I can just enjoy myself without having to worry if you're having a good time. And it's like you going shopping. You don't want me there because you don't want to have to hurry through things because you know that I'm bored.
Yourself. Exactly. Yeah.
So there you go.
It works.
Okay. We're opening up here. All right, now we get a couple of questions from Amanda DeFonso.
That's right. All right, favorite Disney parks memory.
Whoa.
I know, it's like opening up a door. There are like so many.
Wow.
I know. I'm trying to like think.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say my brain jumped right to our wedding photos. They weren't wedding photos. They were we took our wedding photographer at Disneyland to take pictures of us.
Yeah, it's the engagement.
That's what I meant.
Engagement photo shoot. We went to Disneyland.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a great time. I loved it. I loved hamming it up.
That was really fun. We had like outfit changes too, and we had like a window of time, you know, because we're paying for our photographers to go too, and they were like they wanted to get up before the sun, and we had different things we wanted to hit. You know, you got to hit the carousel, you had to hit
Star Tours. We went in those rocket Astro
Blasters.
No, that's the Buzz Lightyear ride.
Oh,
it's the Jules Verne ride.
Yeah, those rockets.
I had never been on that ride.
No.
Up until that point, and never been since.
Yeah, exactly. And
they're fun. There's just always a big line.
We had some Haunted Mansion photos, and we
got Haunted Mansion photos?
Yeah, the very end. But the carousel was the best.
Oh, all right. There's a story coming up.
The carousel. Okay, because at the carousel, Jingles is the horse to get. Because Jingles has all the bells on her side. It's the horse that Mary, what's her name? Mary Poppins, and who's the actress? Oh my gosh.
Julie Andrews.
Thank you. It's the horse that Julie Andrews has sat on. It was dedicated to her in 2005 at Disneyland's 50th anniversary. She took pictures with it. It's basically the horse that was like modeled after Mary Poppins' horse. And so, Astro Orbiter. And so, I had to get to be on this horse. And Richard was going to go on the horse after me. And of course, you know, you have to wait in line like anybody else, even though you're getting engagement photos. And wait, don't show them yet. So, there was only 2 people in front of us in line for the next ride. And, you know, time's ticking. We got to get these photos because we only have this 4-hour window or whatever it was. And so it was a guy and his daughter, and they started walking around, and I like ran the other way. And just before the daughter got to Jingles, I swooped on, and I stole Jingles from the little girl.
But, you know, come on. These are our engagement photos. I'm sure they'll understand. You know, the kid's young, she'll get over it.
Yes.
So, I'm showing a picture. This is a picture of a picture we have in our hallway.
Yeah.
Of this.
Oh, you can't see.
Of Sarah and I on.
Is he in the background on this one?
On these horses, on these carousels.
So anyway, they ended up on the 2 horses behind us, and in a couple of pictures, the guy is photobombing. He's going like this. Oh!
And he's doing the whole moose ears thing. Yeah.
And it's really funny.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because you always photobomb people. So actually, by trying to photobomb us, he was actually doing us a favor and giving us a great story to tell because you do the same thing. Yeah. So I'm a little ashamed that I stole it, but she could ride again, and we had to get moving because the sun was going down, time was ticking.
Yeah, and we're not just paying for the photographer, the assistant as well.
Yes, exactly. So there you go. So hopefully she got to ride again, and the line was not that long.
Kelly's asking where those pictures are. Where are those pictures? I'm sure we posted a bunch of them.
Yeah, so my particular Facebook page, I'm sure, because I used to do albums on Facebook in the photos, like photo albums. There's probably an album engagement shoot. So if you search like engagement under my name, I don't know, it might pop up. But otherwise, I'll try to find that.
Okay, let's go on to Amanda's second question.
Okay.
What was the inspiration for your bunny names?
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, should we go? So you can kind of tell what we were into and watching by our bunnies. So, well, Bob, where did Bob come from? Now, these are bunnies before, like our...
Yeah, my very first bunny was named Bob.
Yes.
Oh, hold on one second. Let me show you a picture of Bob.
Oh, yay.
Now, David Letterman had two German Shepherds named Bob and Stan.
Oh.
I thought that was the funniest thing, naming a dog Bob or Stan.
Okay.
So I thought, I got a new bunny. Is this Bob? Should I name him Stan? Bob just stuck. Bob just took. And this is a picture, I'm showing everyone right now, of Bob the bunny. He was sitting in front of our fireplace.
It looks so cute.
And I thought, oh, look at this. It's like a demon bunny.
Yeah.
I've got to get a picture of this.
That is so cute.
When I was having this printed at Target, some woman walked by and said, "Oh, that's so cute." And another person came by and said, "Oh my goodness." And people wanted copies of this picture.
Oh my gosh. How funny.
Yeah, this is back when you would have printed copies. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
So we had Bob. Mm-hmm. I had another bunny named Carlton because we were watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Now this was before me.
Yes. I had another bunny named Amidala.
Yeah.
I had another bunny.
There was Clark.
Clark.
Remember Clark?
Clark was your first bunny.
Clark was my first bunny. And Clark, obviously, we were watching Smallville at the time. So we named him Clark. And he was so sweet. What a sweet bunny.
Yeah.
And then I think when Clark was still around, we got Snips.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So Snips is
of course Ahsoka.
Our current bunny. Yes. And yes. And yeah, she's named after Ahsoka because we had just at that point started watching Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Hoojib because of Hoojibs.
Yes.
It's funny yesterday I had brought Snips to the vet because she's got a little stuffy nose. Mm-hmm. And the vet said, Is this Snips or Hoojib? And she looked at me like, what is that? is Hoojib, is that, what is a Hoojib?
Right.
So I said, yep, this is Snips. We'll bring Hoojib later on.
Yeah. So those are our bunny names. They're always named after something in fandom.
All right, next, another Amanda.
Oh, should we go to this one?
Okay.
Or this one.
Okay. You know what? Let's do one more from Amanda. She says send in 3, so let's just answer the third one here.
Sure.
Okay. Or else I'm gonna feel very incomplete.
Okay.
I'm a completist. All right. She asks, what drew you to be an active consumer of fandom rather than a spectator? And hence is the story of Skywalking through Neverland.
Well, I would say before that is cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me. I think my journey with that would be 2007 was my first Star Wars celebration. And
yes, Celebration 4.
Yes, and you had blocked off your schedule for the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
And I had not, because I was basing it on my experiences with Comic-Con where it was a little overwhelming. So, I was going to be there a couple of the days and not all of it. Well, I got there and I just fell in love with everything. And then I saw these amazing cosplayers and some of the the Slave Leia cosplayers and things like that. And I thought it was beautiful and I kind of wanted to try it. And I saw all the attention they were getting. So honestly, it was kind of the attention that drew me to it. I know that sounds like so shallow, but like,
that's why everyone cosplays.
I guess, yeah.
No one cosplays and says, "Don't look at me."
Right, exactly. So it looked fun, and I also am very creative and had ideas of like doing mashup, cosplay as well, because of that too. So part of that was the draw for me was kind of the attention you can get in it, and the circles and the people that you get to meet because of being more active in fandom.
Yeah, and for me, it was all because of Facebook. We would post pictures of stuff we were doing on Facebook, and we get a ton of comments. What is this? Where are you guys? How can I get there? Tell me more. And we just kept on rolling out more and more stories, and it was fun connecting with people. Like, we can talk to someone not in Los Angeles. Oh my goodness! And someone who is not in America. In our world just opened up, and then we did that short film for Celebration 2010, where they wanted people to submit films for Celebration, and we did one based on your Slave Leia.
Oh, that was 2012.
2012, yes. Okay.
Celebration 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you go onto our YouTube channel, you'll see it. It's Sarah in her Slave Leia outfit. And we got a lot of great comments. James Arnold Taylor commented on it.
Well, because he was in it. Like, not in it, but we had referenced him.
Based on things around him.
Yeah.
And it was combining my love of fandom with filmmaking. And from that point on, it was just so hard just to sit back and watch these things instead of participating. Because, like we always say, it's because of the community, because of the spirit and the stories and the friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that most of our best friends now were started off as listeners.
Yeah. Listeners or other podcasters that we connected with. Yeah, definitely. So,
yeah, and that was just a fantastic feeling, getting a chance to talk with someone about your fandom, and they would have the same stories, or they would know what you're talking about if you said "who jibs."
Right, on a deep level. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It's so yeah. That while attention may have drawn me to it, it's the fans and people that we've met that have really kept us in this for so long now, and just going strong.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's move on to Anna Ryan, and she asks, in honor of your show name, what is your favorite Peter Pan adaptation?
Nice.
Sarah?
Actually, I'm going to have you go first, because I have a twist.
Okay. As do I.
Oh.
I'm going to say Peter Pan from Once Upon a Time.
Ooh.
The ABC show. And this Peter Pan was played by Robbie Kay in seasons 3 through 6, and he did it so well. I've never seen a Peter Pan so wicked as this kid.
He was creepy.
He was very creepy, and he was probably my favorite character from that show. Just the way he played this dark side Peter Pan. Remember in the Clone Wars when there was a dark shadowed Yoda that battled Yoda? This is like the dark side Peter Pan. Mm-hmm. And I loved his acting choices, and I think that this character should have been spun off to his own TV series.
Nice.
So that is my favorite Peter Pan adaptation.
I like that. Okay. Well, Anna, I'm going to kind of turn your question on its head, because what's funny is Peter Pan, the original film, I really like it for Tinkerbell and not necessarily Peter Pan. Peter Pan is not my favorite character. Peter Pan, the movie, is not my favorite movie. We named it Skywalking Through Neverland because way back in the day at DCA, you take your character, you go to the Beast Library and you can take a quiz as to what character you're most like, what Disney character, and I got Tinkerbell back in like 2003.
No.
I did.
Attitude-y.
Right? I got Tinkerbell.
Well, you're not grumpy.
No, she's cute.
Yeah.
She's like, anyway. So I got Tinkerbell, and from then on, I was like, Tinkerbell's my favorite character. I love Tinkerbell. I totally identified with Tinkerbell, not because of the movie, but because of the Beast Library. This was the quiz. So that's what happened. And so I'm actually
possessive.
Yes.
Yep, check.
Yes. So actually, I am going to turn your question on this head, and I'm going to go to my favorite Tinkerbell adaptation, which is the Tinkerbell films. I love those 6 Tinkerbell movies from 2008 to 2014.
These are the animated films.
These are the animated films, and we got to go over most of them. We did podcast episodes with Margaret Carey, who is the reference model for the original Peter Pan 1950 movie with Tinkerbell. So that was super cool to be able to do that with her. And so I think those movies are like time-stamped in my brain with Margaret Carey and with Tinkerbell. And she's so cute. Like Mae Whitman portrays her so cutely. And yeah, so I'm going to go with that Tinkerbell adaptation. So I hope it's okay. I spun your question, Anna.
You know what? I think that's okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, read this question here from Leah Bowski.
Okay, well, she has a big question that might spin off on its own show. So what do you think? Should we save this one?
I think we can do a little surface answer.
All right, so Leah Boski, she asks, how did you get into podcasting, and what sorts of things would you recommend to someone wanting to start their own podcast? Woo!
How to get into podcasting? Because, like I said earlier, after all those Facebook posts and people wanting to hear stories, it was so much easier to do an audio recording.
Yeah.
And we were on a podcast from someone else, and we thought, if they can do it, we can do it.
That's true.
And then, how about the second part of her question?
Oh, okay, so what would you recommend to someone wanting to start their own podcast? Richard, I know you have an answer to this.
Yes, I do. If it's already been done, save your time. All right? We just hear from a lot of people who ask us, hey, I want to do a podcast, and I'm thinking about just turning on the recorder and talking. Yeah, it all depends on what you want to do with the podcast. Is it something that you want to do just for fun? Like Jeremy Hunt? Well, he just started a podcast.
Oh, my.
Yeah, and I asked him, well, what kind of podcast do you want to do? What do you want to do with your podcast? And things to that effect. And he said, no, this is something I just want to do for fun. So he's got a new podcast called Walk About the World, where he walks around the Disney parks and just talks into his recorder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and once again, it's all for fun. He's not meaning to do anything with it. He doesn't look to blow the roof off the place. And some people just want to get together with their friends and talk about a fandom.
Right.
And it's all fine. But if you want to go a little bit further with it and do something and really make a mark, I would say find something that has not been done and do it.
Right. Yeah, and there's various levels of that, like for us, we really want a podcast that's informative and fun, and we go out of our way to get interviews with lots of guests that aren't usually on a lot of podcasts because we want to do things differently. Now, on the other hand, I have my podcast Totally Tell Me Everything with Bryn, because in it, I love Bryn. We love talking, but we're very busy in our daily lives. So really, that's an excuse for us to get together each month and have a really nice conversation that we can really get deep into, like our past, ourselves, and just learn about each other. And so that's why we do that podcast. And yeah, there's other people who do podcasts that are related to their work that, maybe help elevate what they do, or, help turn listeners into people who will buy their product or
right.
service.
It's a marketing tool.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, if you have something you want to talk about or inform the world, that's awesome. But yes, do your research. Make sure it's not like something else, and especially the podcast name too. Search that name on iTunes, on other things, like search a name you're thinking about and make sure it's not like something weird pops up, because sometimes, because there's a lot of interesting podcasts out there, so you don't want a name of a podcast that's close to something that you're not at all into, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Marco Gushowitz, he's gonna do a new podcast, and he's been fretting about a name for months.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get random calls. Rich, how about this? Rich, how about that? Rich, what do you think about this?
Oh, poor Mark.
I get texts, emails, smoke signals. It'll come through on my beeper. Like, Mark, it'll come. And sometimes you have to just let it come. If you're trying that hard and nothing's working, record your first episode. You or someone might say something. It's like, oh, there it is right there. There's the title.
I like it.
All right, so we'll leave that one there.
Yeah,
right.
Leah, and if you want to know more, like, just message us privately, because there's so much more we could tell you. So, yeah.
All right, now let's go to Bryn McKinnon.
Oh, speaking of Bryn, she asks, what are the best, worst, and surprising parts of working and sharing fandoms with your spouse? Well, some of the best parts I can think of are when we both get to do things like go to the premiere of The Force Awakens, the world premiere, when we didn't even expect to, because we happened to be in the right place at the right time with liningup.net, because we had started a podcast together, because our fandoms were aligned, and it just kind of all rolled into this moment of like, oh my god, we're going into the premiere. This is insane.
And the best part really is sharing your passion.
Yes.
With your sweetie.
Yeah.
And how many friends do we have where he is a fan and she detests it, and vice versa?
I know.
I don't. If it works, sad. It works. Mm-hmm. But I just love being able to share things.
Yes.
And I like being able to say, hey, when I was 8 years old, I read this classic Marvel Star Wars comic, and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, we get to share like our various experiences with some of these things that we've had such different experiences on. Or like me, I've never had an experience of seeing Star Wars in the movie theater in '77, so I kind of lived that through him. So I really love that. And then similarly, he never got to see Little Mermaid at 10 years old and have this life-changing experience. So yeah, we get to share that together. I love that.
Now the worst part, I don't know.
You know, I can think of one thing, because...
Oh, do you now?
Well, yeah, no.
All right, what?
It's, so, like, press events. Because we're in LA, we get to go to lots of press events, but sometimes press events are very exclusive, and usually there's only room for one. And so we have to, like, draw straws, or there's been times, or we have to struggle and try to get another invite, which is not always, it's kind of frowned upon. So that's kind of an issue, and it can kind of tear your heart out when one of us gets invited and the other can't, or yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the worst part. Yeah,
but then we go with the you go in, Sarah, and I'll talk my way in.
Yeah.
And that normally works.
That, or if it just doesn't happen, like I think for Rogue One I couldn't go, because I was busy, but you were able to go. But you got you often get giveaways at those places, and so you got the t-shirt for me.
Right.
Like in my size versus, and I think that happened at, was it Solo? The Solo premiere?
The Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi, yeah. I got the t-shirt for you. So
I got you that was the one where you weren't able to go.
Oh, yes.
And I got you a Porg shirt.
That's right.
That's the one where Daisy Ridley liked my jacket.
That's right. Yeah. Oh,
so cool jacket.
So that was The Last Jedi, not Rogue One. Okay. Yeah, that was the one I couldn't go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there was the time. Okay, this is really funny. Then there was the time when, let's see, it was for Endgame, Avengers Endgame. Do you remember this? There was a press conference for Avengers Endgame, and then you got a call to do a character in Hollywood for what is it?
For the James Corden show.
For the James Corden show. And so you took that, and then you couldn't go to the Endgame press conference, But it turned out that I was at the Endgame press conference and they were running behind because the celebrities were on a bus that was going around a corner that was going to see him in one of the costumes.
Yeah, they were recording a segment for the James Corden show where all the Avengers were on a tour bus and going around Hollywood, and they wanted this part where they drove by all these, those guys stand in front of the Man's Chinese Theater with the costumes. So they wanted a bunch of us so the real Avengers could drive by and
on a tour bus on top
and do a little comedy sketch. And I think was it Chris Pratt who thought I was Chris Hemsworth.
I think that's been viewed 4 million times on YouTube. I saw it the other day. Yeah, so that was really fun. So they went right from seeing you, Richard, to going to this press conference where I was there. that was kind of cool. So I would say that would be one of the surprising parts of sharing that fandom.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Oh, the lives.
Yes.
All right. Now, John Zoncanaro, he asks, what do you do for work besides your podcasting? I always feel knowing what someone does for their job explains a bit of background on their life. Very, very much so. Mm-hmm. We are professional entertainers, so getting up and speaking in front of people at conventions and such, not an issue. And being able to entertain and keep things moving. I think that's one of our strong points. And what we do is we do shows for like schools, libraries. We'll do puppet shows and magic shows.
Mm-hmm. Face painting.
Yeah, and arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Things where we're working with kids. Yeah. Which is really fun because you get to see what the kids are into.
Yeah, and we have to stay up to date on all that, but we do that anyway, so.
Yeah.
It kind of works for us. We can we're like big kids ourselves.
We'll do trivia shows at libraries. Those have been really, really fun. Harry Potter and Star Wars and holidays. So that's what we do. Mm-hmm. We get a chance to work from home, so that makes it much easier to do all the podcasting and network stuff, as well as answer an inquiry. Hey, can you do a show next Friday at 3 o'clock in Pacific Palisades?
Yes.
Yep. Now we're moving on.
So, and oftentimes our schedule is the opposite of most people. So we work on the weekends, and during the week we're kind of doing the podcast and things like that. So yeah, so it helps us manage our time.
Yes. All right, and I've been doing that since 1991.
Wow.
Yeah, when I came out from Boston to Los Angeles, I thought, okay, I need a seasonal job. It'll carry me through September through December. That'll be it. Here we are. No, I'm sorry, 1992. Okay. My bad.
What did you say?
I said 91.
Oh, no.
You know how I like to be, accurate on years.
Yes.
So 29 years ago.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a fun living.
Cool.
All right, so now let's go to Twitter, and our good friend Din of the band F105, he asks, any plans for Force Fest 2?
Wow. So, Richard, you're the planning person about this. Any plans?
Yes.
All right.
Moving on.
All right, so David Manderville on Twitter. When are you coming out to Walt Disney World for an East Coast Skywalker meetup? We miss you. We miss you too. But the world is crazy right now, and we definitely plan to come out, but it might be 2022 before we get there, right? Mm-hmm. Possibly.
Well, 2022 we have D23 Expo and Celebration.
But those are over here.
Right. So I don't think we'll get a chance to do any traveling that year, and I think that's when the world will start revving up again, especially for our business. We'll be busier than ever. Ooh. So I don't think we'll get over there.
We'll see. I don't know.
You know what? If we were to go over there, who would we call for a free quote?
Small World Vacations, of course.
And tell them that Skywalking through Neverland sent you.
Yes. All right. Now, Brian Sims on Twitter. This question is for you, Richard.
Oh.
What happens if a pitched ball lodges in the umpire's or catcher's mask?
Everyone gets to go home.
That sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah, because I know how
Can't even make a joke about it because we don't know enough.
I know how umpires are when they get ticked off. They get really mad and grumpy, and if something hits them in the face, well, I'd want to go home.
We don't know. That's the answer to that question.
But what happens if the ball gets lodged in there? Then you go home because there's no more ball to play with.
Well, they probably have another ball.
Yeah, but now that you have a baseball lodged in the umpire's mask.
Does anybody know? Skywalkers, let us know. We don't know.
Is there a real answer to that, or?
Oh, I'm sure there is, but I don't know. So Skywalkers in the Sky Chat.
Right. If he's asking me what I would do, I would call the game off.
Okay.
Everyone, get your stuff and get out.
Nice. All right. Well, should we actually go back to our jobs here? Shamim is asking, what's the most fun thing about our jobs?
Well, entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah, when you can entertain and bring smiles to people's faces, lighten their day, and when they say, you know what, I was having a really bad day, and for that hour that you were here, I just forgot all about that, well, that just means the world.
Yeah. And I would say, yeah, just bringing magic into little kids' life. Like that 5-year-old kind of sweet spot age.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there's moments that you remember from certain parties, and I remember playing some fun freeze dance music or something, and all these like 6 little girls were twirling around dancing, and they were just having the best time of their lives, and I just felt like, oh, in this moment it was just very exciting to be sharing that joy with them, that childlike joy.
I did a puppet show once where the theme was not cheating, being honest, and the year after that puppet show, a dad came over to me and said, hi, my daughter didn't cheat on a test because of what you had said in your puppet show last year.
Wow.
So it's like, okay, drop the mic, just go home. I'm going to leave right now because how else? Where do you go from there?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's helped both of us hone our what do you call it, skills when you have to
skills
off the cuff you have to come up
improv
with improv skills. It's really helped hone that because kids ask the craziest questions and you have to be like ready with an answer right there to say it back, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's a really good one.
Yeah, plus it just helps you in life.
Always
to have something, an answer chambered, ready to go.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, and then Shamim also asks, this is kind of a him question too. Out of all the guests that I help you get for skywalking, who was your favorite and why? Well, Shamim, he's our bounty hunter. And if we say, hey, Shamim, we'd like to have this person on the show, 10 minutes later, he's back. Yeah, they're on the phone right now.
Yeah, right.
When do you want them? So he got us Bryce Eller, which was my white whale. And Bryce Eller was the man in the Darth Vader costume for all the TV appearances and all the live appearances in the 70s and early 80s. And someone who, if we could turn the camera over there, but we can't right now because the computer is locked down, I get a big cardboard standee of Bryce Eller right over there. So we got Bryce Eller, we got Emily Swallow, the armorer from Mandalorian, Corey D. Williams, and Stephen Constantino were people that Shamim was talking to and said, hey, do you guys want to be on Skywalking?
Very nice. So yeah, I would have to say Bryce Eller, for me as well, was very exciting because we did get to go to his house on your 50th birthday.
On my 50th, oh, the circle is now complete.
And then we were there for like 3 hours. We had a great conversation. And then after, he was signing this in his kitchen, and we started talking about kitchen renovation, and we were just blah, 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 blah. It was amazing.
Yeah, that part, I think I just fell asleep on his couch. You guys were just, because he had just redone his kitchen, and we had just redone our kitchen.
Right? Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, on my 50th birthday, too.
It was amazing.
All right, Kevin Toft is asking in the Sky Chat, who's faster in a running race?
That depends on how long it is. If it's, I would say you're faster in a short relay.
Okay.
Yeah, wouldn't you? But if it's anything longer than like
15 feet.
Oh, then I'm faster.
Yes.
I have better stamina.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah. After 15 feet, I just want to check my phone. Want to get back home.
And I'm just still going.
Yep.
Very focused.
Gonna Energizer Bunny.
Yes. All right. Okay, back to Facebook now. Chickavent has asked us some great questions. Let's see. Even though you've already worked and lived together for some time now, what's something new that you've learned about each other that you didn't know before living in a state of lockdown for the past year?
How much of a motor that you have, Sarah? How industrious you are.
Oh.
You know, when the lockdown happened, you were Johnny on the spot with your mask making business. It was happening before I even knew what was going on. Like, wow, she has her license. She has all these things worked out with taxes. Wow, very impressive.
Well, thank you.
Wow. So yeah, it shocked me, but then again, it didn't shock me because I know you have a motor.
Okay, it was there all along.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, thank you. I'm trying to think.
Choose your answer wisely.
I know.
Waiting.
I'm just trying to think because I feel like I know you a lot. I think actually I mean I knew you already didn't like germs and stuff, but you were even worse once the lockdown happened. You know, like and I mean deservedly so. You know, we were all very cautious, but like when food would come back, you know, we'd wipe everything down from the store and stuff, and you're just very very like hands off in the germs, so that kind of came out in you a little more with the lockdown.
What else?
I just know too much. I know a lot about you. Already had a motor. I knew that. I knew all the good things. So I don't know. That's what I can think of. I'm sorry I don't have a better answer. Your answer was much better. much better. So Chickavent also did ask something else.
Courtney Turkel, she's got a question.
We already answered this. Will there be a Force Fest 2? So now, Courtney, you got to listen to the show. I'm sorry, you missed it.
Yes.
All right. What's the atomic weight of Cobalt? Alexa, what's the atomic weight of Cobalt? 58.9 something. Thank you, Alexa. Okay.
And thank you, Kevin, for that question.
All right, so the Chickavents also ask, for a more lighthearted question, if you could live in any of the universes that you're a fan of, which one would it be? And what occupation would you have? For example, would you be an Avenger in the MCU, a Jedi Master in the Star Wars universe, or maybe a teacher at Hogwarts? Okay, you guys in the chat answer this too, for yourselves.
Okay, I would be a busboy at Arnold's restaurant in Happy Days.
What?
I would be a busboy.
You would be a Jedi?
At Arnold's restaurant on Happy Days.
I mean, I get it. I love Happy Days.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see the fawns and
yeah.
Everyone walk around.
You fly on the wall.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Okay.
And I'd want to be a paper salesman at Dunder Mifflin.
Nice. So I would want to be Ant-Man, so I could go like this to Captain America.
You know what? You're gonna be Me Too'd by Captain America.
I don't care.
See, now that doesn't work on a guy.
I know it doesn't.
I can't say that to Black Widow and get away with it.
I know, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. All right.
Okay. Shamim Dana in the Sky Chat says, I'd be a wizard at Hogwarts.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, my own character, too. Because that's another thing, like, you know, if you'd be your own... Well, you picked your own character.
I picked two.
Ah, gosh. Yeah, you did. You're a faster thinker than I am. I would have to mull this over. But right now, I'd definitely be, like, in the Marvel universe. And I'd probably want to be, like, one of Wanda's, like Padawans. Padawan's not the right word, because I don't know if she'll have that.
Disciples?
I guess. I suppose. Somewhere connected with Wanda right now, because that would be fun.
Okay. Kevin Toft is
Ooh.
suggesting Sarah would do Rebel Graffiti with Sabine Wren from Rebels.
Well, that sounds fun too. Okay, now I want to do that.
It's too late. You're already going to be a busboy at Arnold's restaurant.
Aww.
Wait, that's mine. That's mine.
Courtney says, I would be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. like Maria Hill. That's a good one too. Just make sure you don't get infiltrated by Hydra.
Yeah, I just don't like being shot at, so I'm going to bypass that one myself.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, those days are far behind me.
All right, let's see. So, I think, is that all the questions we have for now?
Yeah, we got more questions, but we said that we would save some for a later episode.
Yeah, okay. All right, I love that.
All right, so there you go, and there you have it. So thank you, Skywalkers. Those were some fun probing questions.
I love that. Yeah, gosh, so many questions. We talked for over an hour, so that's amazing. So thank you, Skywalkers. And we'll probably be doing this again. So think up more questions. And you can even email us, but we'll share that right now. And you can even email us.
Okay.
Share at skywalkingthroughneverland.com. Just in case. Okay.
All right, shout outs.
Okay.
Ooh. So thanks everyone in the Sky Chat too for sharing your questions. Hope this was as entertaining for you as it was for us.
Now, don't forget, Skywalkers, we have 2 giveaways going on right now. First, we have our 3 Fandoms giveaway with Collector's Zone on our YouTube channel. So make sure to check that out and share it because we cannot give anything away until we have 5,000 subscribers. So please share and make sure that people subscribe to Skywalking Through Neverland on YouTube.
Need 61 more subscribers until we can give away our big prizes.
Wasn't that just 68 earlier today? So
yeah,
that's gone.
Oh yeah, it's going up.
Okay.
It's going up.
Great. Okay. Yeah, so make sure to share that video on our Skywalking YouTube channel. Also, today I just posted a giveaway because today, March 23rd, marks the first time Pixar's Soul is out on digital, Blu-ray, and DVD. And Disney has given us 2 digital copies to give away to you guys. And there's lots of cool special features on these. So head to Skywalking Pod on Instagram and you'll see how to enter that giveaway. You have to follow us, of course, on Instagram and tag someone who you think might want this. And that is an exciting giveaway too. So there's lots and lots of ways. Okay. Sorry. Soul was awesome. Yeah, so that is on Instagram. So make sure you head to @SkywalkingPod on Instagram and see all the ways that you can enter.
I love having a collection of DVDs now. Just the ones you get are the ones that are special.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's in your collection, it's going to hold a special place.
Right.
Like Soul is one of those movies I'd want to have on my shelf because it was a fantastic film.
Yeah, and luckily we're giving away digital copies, so you don't even have to wait for mail. You can just get the digital code, which we'll send to you if you win. So that's exciting.
So we'll cut my part out.
Yes. Okay.
So this is really aimed toward people who don't have Disney Plus, and you're out there.
Or if you want to see, all the bonus features are not on Disney Plus.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there you go.
And if you want to see a rundown of all the bonus features, head to skywalkingnetwork.com, where I posted an article with the giveaway link, plus all the bonus features and extras that you can expect from these amazing copies.
All right, now let's move on to the top honors for last Friday's Pop Culture Trivia Bonanza Extravaganza contest.
All right, we had 4 rounds of trivia, and there's a winner for each round. But someone won 3 rounds.
3 plus.
So, Scott Rifen won live-action Disney films, Funko Pops, and Green trivia. So, congratulations, Scott.
3 out of the 4 categories.
But Disney Parks ride, that round went to
Rick Prado.
Very good, Rick. So we had an overall winner for the night. I'm assuming you can guess who that is. That would have been Scott Ryfin. Who got 36 out of 40 questions correct.
All right, so who's going to bring Scott down this coming Friday?
Oh, yeah. That's right. The Turkells weren't out last Friday because they had to go to Taste of Universe.
Oh, we're jealous.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this week, due to popular demand, we have another Funko Pop category.
That was really fun. So you show a picture of a Funko Pop and you have to guess what it is. And there are some really random ones.
Mm-hmm. We also have an Easter category. And then 2 more surprises.
Nice.
All right, now we got to thank Desiree Gobet, Pierre Jason Kelly, and Wesley Meecombs for writing categories for last week's pop culture trivia. Mm-hmm. So thank you.
We look forward to that. And remember, trivia is 6:30 p.m. Pacific on Friday nights, anywhere we live stream. So our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and twitch.tv/skywalkingpod.
Well, that wraps up episode 323 of Skywalking Through Neverland. We want to thank all you great Skywalkers for all your great questions for today's show and for watching us live right now and for commenting on all the posts we do, for joining us for today's recording of classic Marvel Star Wars comics, watching our videos. You Skywalkers are just the lifeline and bloodline to the network.
Yes. And as a reminder, join us for pop culture trivia every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Why is this here? We just said this.
Because it's to keep it.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
No. Okay. So join us for pop culture trivia every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And then after that, stay on for our Zoom roundtable discussions on Falcon and the Winter Soldier at 7:45 p.m. Pacific on Fridays. Friday nights are fun, you guys. And if that's all too much to remember, just sign up to receive our weekly newsletter. You can sign up by clicking on the link in our show notes or heading to skywalkingnetwork.com and look for the tab Sign Up for Our Newsletter. Join or else, says Kevin.
And Kelly is reminding us that she still holds the record for the most questions correct out of 40.
Absolutely.
40 out of 40. Now, we also want to thank our sponsors, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Thinking of a trip to a Disney park? Well, you can fill out a Get a Quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge, so check it out and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Do you love Skywalking Through Neverland?
Yeah.
Do you love all the Marvel and Star Wars shows coming to Disney Plus?
Of course we do.
Well, consider becoming a member of the Skywalking Force, our Patreon, because here we are posting all these Friday night Zoom chats as audio podcasts that you can listen to later. We have all the episodes of WandaVision up. We're going to have all the Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes up. And they're just so fun to listen to as you go along and watch the show or even after the show. So it's first reactions. It's really fun. This bonus content begins at only $5 a month. So head to skywalkingforce.com and have a look at the options. And thank you to those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force.
Couldn't do it without you. Now, we are part of the Skywalking Network. You know, I could also hear Courtney saying that same thing. Mm-hmm. And Kevin does it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is where you can find other great shows like Talking Apes,
classic Marvel Star Wars comics,
the Max Effects podcast,
the Neverland Clubhouse,
Resilience Squadron,
and Totally Tell Me Everything. You can find us on social media. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. And you can join our Facebook group. Just search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland group, request to join, and answer the questions that pop up because we can't let you in unless you do that. You can even email us more questions for maybe another AMA episode. You can email share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other little fun bits that didn't make it into the show. And
always remember
to stop texting me during our recording. You Skywalkers can't. They can't.
Okay. All right, Skywalkers. Well, thank you so much.
Kevin Tuft is awesome, says Shameen.
Aww.
See, well, Courtney is yelling Skynet in the Sky Chat.
That's not a whisper, Courtney.
No, you got to whisper that. You had it down so well.
Okay.
All right.
Well, good night, everyone. We thank you for joining us, and you'll hear this episode up on your podcast feed.
Yeah, so thank you, Shameen. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, everyone else.
Yeah. Liam. Yeah.
Liam.
Thank you, guys. All right. Have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye.